humanity in a big way. So he ain't even started yet. I can just only imagine by the time he is 30. And I think his quotable is the thing that I kept on seeing online that kept popping up is he's quoted saying when people was asking him how did he do college, he just said you have to have a mindset. You got to have the life or death mindset to want to learn. So I have to learn this stuff because it's life and death. Because it is. That's what he said. I don't think that's the direct quote, but something along that. The young man's quite amazing. You can go check his story out. He was featured on Good Morning America in like 2018 or 2019. So yeah, we're gonna clap it up and give Elijah J.B. Priestley the warmest round of Narrative Podcast applause. All right, now this next article, the headline says, the youngest owner of Chick-fil-A franchise. In 2011, at the age of 26, did I write it? Oh, just a second. God darn it. Hold on. Oh. It's live, ladies and gentlemen, it's live. Where is it? Okay, got it. In 2011, at age 26, Ashley Lamothe became the youngest franchise owner of a Chick-fil-A in history. However, her story with the company started many years before when she began working at a Chick-fil-A restaurant outside of Atlanta at the age 15. After she graduated, she started attending Spelman College. She began working near the campus as a director of the leadership program. From there, she changed her major so she could pursue her own Chick-fil-A franchise. And she just recently opened her second franchise in Los Angeles. So I would tell you more if there was more. In the article, I would tell you more if there was more, but there's no more. So that was a quick little bite, but still very impressive. So we're gonna clap it up for Ashley. All right, we're gonna keep it pumping and jumping. Next article says, meet David Stewart, tech billionaire and second richest black man in the U.S. David L. Stewart, co-founder and chairman of St. Louis-based Worldwide Tech. He has been listed on Forbes 400 list with a net worth of $5.8 billion from $3.7 billion last year. Um, he acquired his billions with a business module known as bootstrapping. Bootstrapping deals with little to no capital, no investors, no inheritance. It's just straight grizzy. He's also a founder of a company called Telecobuy, founded in 1999. So, ultra light bite on that, and check. Never mind, I got it. So, according to Google, there are 2,755 black billionaires in the entire world. So, I surmise that's not an accurate number. I think that there's actually even more than that. Because when they're making these lists and saying people's net worth, that's for one that they don't actually have that. Sometimes they got more, sometimes they got less. And when dealing with us, it's always usually more when they're doing their stats. And for example, like the first Million Man March, their what do you call it? Census people said there wasn't a million black men in attendance. They know they a daggone lie. There was like some black people couldn't even get off the bus. That's just how many black people there was there. So they always trying to undercut us and undersell us. I know doggone well there's more than 2,000 black billionaires in the entire world. Just common sense and what we know about the enemy, how they roll. Like they always, it's just basically, man, psychological warfare. It's psychological warfare at its finest. Reporting false numbers and just flipping the narrative for their convenience. But anyway, we want to clap it up for Mr. David L. Stewart, and you can definitely just do your own due diligence. There's like tons more stuff on him, but I just want to only just share that article that I came across and clap it up for David L. Stewart. All right. Next article. Black woman was once a housekeeper. Now she owns her own luxury hotel. Now bear with me. This sister is Senegalese. She's from the Senegal region in Africa, or the Ivory Coast, which is in Africa, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna try my very best. Nile Saldo Niang. So, yeah, it's a Senegalese name. You can just plug in the headline and the shit pop up too. So, I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody from the any Senegalese people, but that ain't the way. I can't do it. But her story is she's the entrepreneur and owner of the Palms Luxury Boutique Hotel in Jakar, who used to work at the Ritz-Carlton, here in the U.S. to help pay for her education. So she worked her way up. So she started out like literally scrubbing toilets. She started out as a maid. And she worked for the Ritz-Carlton 10 years. So I'm gonna just pause before I finish the story up because it's really brief. I just want to interject a couple points. We live in now the passive income era. You can do some smart things on a smartphone, but still, like nothing beats hard work ethic. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays is just, really underestimating that you have to start somewhere. And I think they're doing people a disservice, just, saying that you never ever have to work. I mean, that's the motivation to want to be your own boss, but you got to start somewhere. And so clearly she started there. It was a strategic move. She learned their business module. So if anybody's familiar with the Ritz-Carlton hotels, they have an extremely high standards as far as a luxury brand is concerned. That's like right up there with the Hilton and Luxor and all that. Caesar's Palace, like they have really high standards. So she was business minded enough to know she had to learn the business from the inside. So that's where I was going with that. See, when all these like new entrepreneurs, these like laptop millionaires and billionaires, like when they're doing their webinars and whatever, they're kind of forgetting some people are hands-on learning. So she learned hands-on. She learned her skill, her trade hands-on. I mean, like Rick Ross, he once said in the interview before he became a CEO, he used to just detail people's cars. And he said now all the cars that he used to detail, he owns. Like he would wash cars and organize their cassette tapes. He telling on his cassette tapes. What's a cassette tape? But he said he used to organize the cassette tapes and now look at him. He got his own estate. So sometimes you have to start out like that, working for somebody else before you work for yourself. And sometimes it'll take like 5, 10, 15 years. Like, that's just my point I want to make. My little side point that I have to make is sometimes you might have to start out working for someone else before you get your own. So she was working at the Ritz-Carlton as a full-time student. And I'm about to go on another little side tangent in a second. Then she opened a Palm Luxury Boutique in Senegal in 2017. Banks denied her big time, not because she didn't have enough credit, just simply because she was a woman. She found an outside investor that believed in her and, fronted her the money. And as I said, the rest is history. She's going to open chains of them. And then her quote was, I want to change the world. Why not start in Africa? So to all my, Pan-African brothers and sisters that support the Pan-African movement, this is like a story like that. I know they're turning backflips when they hear something like that. because that's what the Pan-African movement's all about, is going back to Africa.